I'm an extreme endurance athlete, and this is my motivational video. The topic of today's video is facing my fear of Mount Denali in Alaska. I'm heading out tomorrow to climb up to Alaska to climb Mount Denali in Alaska. It's one of the 7 summits. It's 20,000 feet high, and it's the world's coldest mountain. It can have minus 40 degrees and 100-mile-an-hour winds in the month that I'm climbing it in. And so anyway, I tried to climb it 3 years ago, and I started getting sick 5 days in. I kept climbing though. I climbed for 6 more days. I had like a head and a chest cold, and then I got sicker and sicker and sicker. By about the 9th day, I had full-blown bronchitis. I mean, I was super sick, and I had to come down off the mountain. It took me 2 days to get down, and I was so weak, and it was so difficult. I remember one time, you're going down a really steep slope. You got a 40-pound sled in front of you, a 50-pound pack on your back, and I'm running at 50% energy. And I fell, and I had to put my ice axe into the side of the hill and, and kind of stop myself right there. And I've had nightmares about that climb ever since. And somehow I managed to put off going back up there for 3 years, which is a lot for me. But finally, I got to face my fears. I got to go back up there and face those fears. And I went and did a training. I did training up on Mount Shasta, which is near here. And it's kind of like, to me, it looks like a mini version of Alaska. I mean, it's got steep pitches just like Alaska, steep slopes. And it's, it's very similar other than it's, 6,000 feet shorter. And so you're not gonna have as much oxygen problems. And also it's not as cold, it's not gonna hit minus 40 degrees with 100-mile-an-hour winds. But it was great. So I went up there, and I remember the first day I'm there, and I'm just even a little nervous. I've been doing all my training. I live in Northern California, all my training on dirt. And I go up there to get on the snow, and I remember I felt a little uneasy, even right in the very beginning, just going back on the snow again. And then the second day, I felt comfortable because it was just kind of windy thing. So we climbed like 2 hours the first day and then 3 hours the second day. Then the third day, you get to the steep part, right? You get to the steep part where you're going up near the summit or up near the ridge. And when we got to that, and that's where your ice axe, your crampons, it's steep. It's steep enough that when I was watching the guy walk sideways in front of me and I'm following him, you got 2 crampons in the snow and 2 crampons are out of the snow. Pretty steep pitch. And so I'm walking on this, and I was having, in the beginning, starting up that, I'm having flashbacks of to where all that I went through to get off of Denali, when I was coming down that hill. I mean, it was excruciatingly hard to get off that hill being so sick, literally with like 50% energy. And man, it is screwing with my mind. But I just kept climbing, and I had a great guide. He was working with me, and so I just kept going and going up that steep slope. And finally, maybe after 2 or 3 hours, I started feeling comfortable because I was facing my fears, and it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought in my head. And I ended up climbing. We climbed for 5 hours up to the ridge. And then I came down after that. And even the down, I'd been really built up in my mind with all the problems I had coming down off of Denali. And it was like I was just a lot more relaxed. I felt like I was putting those demons behind me. And I was ready to take on Denali. Because it's, I really, really believe where your mind will go, your body will follow. And my mind wasn't ready to go to the top of Denali after all that practice, after that experience 3 years ago. But now it is. It's ready because I faced my fears. I went in there and went right after them. So anyway, face your fears. And if you get a chance, you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. If you have a comment or a question, please put it in the YouTube comment section. And if you're interested in me giving you some mental toughness coaching, how to go after your Mount Denali, or you want me to talk to your team, your group, your company, your organization, email me at epicbillbradley@gmail.com and we will get you out some information. Thank you very much.